Hello and welcome back. And today we are going to discuss about the repetitive control instructions. So many times in programming, you need to repeat certain instructions again and again in your program. So for that, we have while loop, for loop in Python. So using the while and for loop, how we can repeat the statements, how we can perform certain tasks repetitively, that we are going to see in this video. Okay, so first I'm going to tell you about the while loop. So suppose I have, a string with, it's my name, Vikash, and then I want to iterate through all the characters in this string. Okay, so what I can do, I can go through the while loop. So basically, I need to take an integer, which is 0, initialize with 0, then I will simply start iterating while I is less than len s. So basically, I want to iterate this loop till the entire length of this string, starting from 0, because the indexing of an array, basically, a string is an array of characters. So if you start an array, then the indexing is 0. The start index is 0. So I will start from 0 until the length of the string, and I will print every character. So print, and I'm writing here I. So if I print it, then you can see. Okay, let me simply stop it because I have just done one mistake. Okay, so I need to print here SI. Okay, and then I need to make like I plus equal to 1. So every time I need to increment I as well with 1. So now if we see, then you will be able to see VIKASH here. So everything is fine and you can repeat in the same manner. And suppose I want to write some table using the for loop. Suppose I want to write the table of 3. So I can start from I is equal to 1 and then I can do like I is smaller than, is smaller than or equal to 10. Okay, so till I is smaller than or equal to 10, what I will do, I print I into 3. Okay, so in the first iteration, it will become 1 into 3, 3. In the second iteration, it will become 3 into 2, 6. So it will print you the table of 3. Okay, so you can see here, it has printed the table of 3. So if I make it a bit bigger, then you will be able to see it. Okay, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. So you can see this is the table of 3. So this is the while loop that you can use, and it's a very simple loop that you can use, and repetitively you can perform some tasks. Now let's see about the for loop in the same manner. So if I have to write the table, I have to print the table of 3 using the for loop, then what I should do. But before the for loop, I should learn about the range. Okay, so there are three range variants. Range is a function which generates a certain sequence of numbers. Okay, so let me show you how the numbers are generated using the range. So for I in range 10. Okay, so this is the format of the for loop. So basically, you take an integer I and then in, and in then you put like the input sequence. In my case, in this case, I have taken an input sequence of range 10. Range 10 means it will start from 0 and it will go till 9. So if I print it here, then you will be able to see that from where it starts and where it ends. So first of all, we need to see this. So you can see it has started from 0. It has started from 0 from here, and then it has ended till 9. Okay. Now, if I want to see something like 1 to 10, okay, so what will happen if I give this 1 to 10? Then if you see this, so it will take it from, if you take it 1 to 10, then it will start from 1. Let me make it a bigger. It will start from 1 and end at 9. Okay. So this is how the range works. So if you have given the limits like begin and end, then it will start from the beginning point and will end n minus 1. Whatever value you have given till the end, do the minus 1 of that. Like here, it should be 1 to 9. Okay, so this is how it works. So for I in range 1 to 10, print I, it will print 1 to 9. Okay, if I give something like 1 to 10 and in a step of 2. The third argument you can give as a step. So it will give like 1, 3, 5. So it will jump 2 steps ahead every time. It will start from 1, but then it will jump 2 points, 2 steps ahead. So let us see the output. What will happen here? So you can see it started from 1, then jump to 3, then jump to 5. I mean, 2 steps at a time it is jumping out. Okay. So these are the variants of the range function. And you can do one more thing, like if you want to write some table, in reverse direction. So it will start from 30 till 3 and, minus 3. So it will start from 30, it will move ahead, in a step of minus 3. So it will be like 30, 27, like that it will start and it will end, it will go till, you know, the 3. Okay. It will go till 6 because 3 is the last one. So I need to put it like 2 so that it reaches till 3 because we are moving towards 2. So it should include 3. So if you do this, then you will be able to see, you know, the reverse table 30, 27, 24, 21, 18. So this is one of the variants of range function. So that I wanted to show you so that you can use it in various cases. Okay. So now let us write the table of, 2 using the range function. So for I in range, it's to start from 2 and last till 21 and in a step of 2. So you can print it. Print I. Okay, so this will give you the table of 2. Okay, so if you will see the output, you will be able to see that it's giving you the table of 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. Okay, so this is how the for loop can be used. And similarly, if you want to iterate through a string, suppose I have given this like s is equal to, Vikas, and I want to iterate through it, then what I can do for int I in s, what I can do uh, for I in range 0 till length of, s. Okay. Till the length of the string, I want to print every character, so it should be like si. So now let us see what happens. Again, you can see it has printed Vikash. So it gives you everything, Vika and then sh. You can see in the end. So this is how the for loop can be used. This is how the while loop can also be used, and this is about the range functions. Okay, now let us see something about the break and continue. Okay, so let me tell you something about the break and continue, but before that, let me tell you that apart from strings, the same method of iteration is applied to the lists and tuple and dictionary as well, but we'll discuss later on. Okay, when we will discuss about the list, tuples, and dictionary, we will discuss about like how we can iterate through these data structures, list, tuples, and dictionaries. Okay, now let us go to the break and continue. Suppose you want to print only the even numbers, and you don't want to print the odd numbers starting from 0 till 20. Then what we can do? Let us see first with the help of an example of while loop. So let me start it with like I is equal to 0 while I is less than 21. Okay, so what I will do uh, here I can write if I is you know I percentile 2 is equal to 0, then it's even numbers, so I can print I, else I need to continue. Okay, I need to continue, which means that, and after that, and after if and else, I need to print like I plus equal to 1. So every time I'm incrementing it by 1. So I just want to print this I when the I is, you know, even number. Otherwise, I will continue. Continue means I will go back to this. I will not execute any statement after the continue. Okay. If you have given continue, then any statement after that will not be executed at all inside the while loop or in the file or in the for loop. Okay. So let's see what happens here. Okay. So let me see. Print I. Okay. It need to be stopped. So here it's like I percentile double equals to 0, then print I, and I plus equal to 1. Okay, so this I need to do, and here also I need to do like I plus equal to 1. Let us see now what happens. Okay, now you can see starting from 0, I have printed every even number. So you have to increment it by 1 every time. But yes, in the case of, if it is, if I is not a prime number, not a even number, then in that case it need to continue. It doesn't need to perform anything after this while loop. If you have written anything after this while loop, after this else statement, this will not be, printed. Suppose if I print something printed. Okay, so let us see when it is printed. Okay, so you can see that after every, after every even number, it has printed. It has written the printed. But when it went to else, and if it found like it is continue, I need to continue, then it simply went to the beginning of the loop. It didn't print it, this statement printed. Okay, so this is how this while loop works. And if I do the same thing using the range in the for loop, then also it will perform the same thing for I in range, 0 to 21. And I don't need to do this thing. If you are using the range, then it auto increments. But in case of you have not used the range, then we need to, increment. Okay. Now let us see again if the output is same. Yeah, the output is same because again we have did the same thing using the for loop. Okay, so this is the use of the for loop and while loop using, the range and without the range. And we were discussing about the continue. But yes, if you want to use the break as well, then let us see one example how you can use the break. So let me see an example. Suppose I want to use some input number is -1. I want to take it from the user, and if the user enters something greater than 10, then my loop should stop. Okay. So let us see with the help of while I is not equal to, you know, I is smaller than 10. Okay. So while I is smaller than 10, I will keep printing. So I will just first input something. So I want to input like I is equal to int input. Okay, you need to use the input function, and when you have to enter any any number or any input thing from the user, then you need to use this input. So I want to enter something from the on the screen, and I want to convert that value into an integer. Then in that case, enter any number. I am writing here, enter any number, and if it will enter any number, then this number will be converted. This will be an string. Input returns an string, but if you use the integer, then this will be converted into an integer. Okay, so if this you know um, is an integer which is smaller than 10, that input any number, it keeps inputting, print correct, and if you have not, if you have put any number which is greater than the 10 or equal to 10, if I is equal to 10, then I want to stop it. So I will break my loop. Okay. So what will happen here that when you will start entering the number using this input, then it will keep taking the numbers from you on the screen from the input screen until you are giving any number which is less than 10. This loop will keep running. But as soon as you will put anything which is 10 or greater than 10, then it will break, which means that this while loop will break. Okay, so let us run this. So and it is asking me enter any number. I'm entering 1. It is fine, correct. Am I entering 5? It is correct. I'm entering 7. It is correct. I'm entering 3. It is correct. And now I enter 9. Then also it is correct. But if I enter 10, it will stop. It will give me, the correct, and then it will uh, simply give me simply return from this while loop. It will stop this while loop. Same thing can be done using the um, for loop for I in range, 0 to 10, maybe 20 you can put. Like if anything you, put greater than 10, then it will break. So if you see this, if you want to see this, you can do again the same thing. I put 3, it's fine. I put 5, it's fine. I put 7, it's correct. I put 9, it's correct. If I give 10, then it says correct, but again, it stops. Okay, because after entering any number, I'm just printing this correct. So that is why this correct has been printed. If you want to put it in any else block, you can put it and you can stop the, loop instructions running ahead using the break. Okay, so this is how the break and continue works. And now let us see the else block with the loops. So just like with the if condition, we have used the else. Similarly for the while and for loops, we also can use the else blocks. Okay, so how we can use that, let us see that. So here, let me come here. Suppose while I is smaller than I is not equal to 5, print, I can put like I is equal to int input, enter the magic number. Okay, so I can put like enter the magic number if until it is not 5, it will keep asking you the number. Okay, but when it asks when it asks the number, and if you fill 5, then in that case it will go to the else block. If I write the else block, else block is executed when this condition becomes false. So if you provide anything which is not 5, this will keep running, because this while loop is running under the condition that yes, I should not be equal to 5, then I will keep running. But as soon as I will become 5, then this condition will become false, right? Because I equals to 5 is a false condition here, right? If I becomes 5, then it will become false, and then it will go to else part. So in the else part, you can print like, wow, you got the magic number. Okay. So this is how you can run it. Let us run it and let us see the output. So here I'm putting the magic number. I'm guessing a number 8. I'm guessing other number, it's 10. I'm guessing another time, suppose it's 12. Now I guess the correct. Okay. So enter the magic number. I guess it correct. It's 5. Then it will print me the message, wow, you got the magic number. Okay, similarly, we can do the same thing with the for loop. I leave it up to you that how you will use it with the for loop. This is very simple with the for loop as well. You can do the same thing, this magic number thing, using the for loop, and I leave it up to you, and I hope you will be able to do. Thank you. Have a nice day, and bye-bye.